Ακολουθεί ένα δεύτερο βίντεο από 3 ακόμα χώρες. Από τη Σουηδία, όπου στις υποχρεωτικές τάξεις του σχολείου υπάρχουν όροι για την εκμάθηση της επιχειρηματικότητας με στόχο να δημιουργηθεί μια νοοτροπία που ενθαρρύνει την επιχειρηματικότητα. Ακολουθεί η Ιταλία. Κάθε σχολείο πρέπει να καθορίζει κάθε χρόνο ένα πλάνο για τις δραστηριότητες προσανατολισμού που είναι διαθέσιμοι για όλους τους μαθητές και τους γονείς. Τέλος, στη Γαλλία έχει καθοριστεί μια εβδομάδα business στα σχολεία που στοχεύει να φέρει τον κόσμο της εκπαίδευσης πλησιέστερα στον κόσμο των επαγγελμάτων. Έτσι ώστε να προετοιμαστούν οι νέοι και να ενσωματώσουν τη γνώση τους στον κόσμο της εργασίας. Ευχαριστούμε θερμά όλους τους εκπρόσωπους των χωρών για το βίντεο που μας έστειλαν.
My name is Carina Hafren and I'm working in the Swedish National Agency for Education. This presentation is meant to give you an overview of entrepreneurship education in Swedish education system. In 2009, the Swedish government launched a strategy for entrepreneurship in the field of education with the purpose to get an entrepreneurship to run like a common thread throughout the education system. We have a common thread through the education system, as you're going to see, and we build entrepreneurial competencies throughout the school system, even if we don't use the word entrepreneurship everywhere. We have in every curricula entrepreneurship and entrepreneurial competencies in the fundamental values and in the tasks of the schools. Here we don't use the word entrepreneurship, they are too young for that, but the competencies are important throughout life. Here in compulsory school, there are wordings about entrepreneurship education. The compulsory school shall, by developing competencies like creativity, responsibility, initiative taking, and take ideas into action, develop an attitude that promotes entrepreneurship. Preschool class for 6 years old and leisure centers have the same wording, but they also have their own parts in the curricula saying that competencies should be developed through play as a method. Therefore, the school should stimulate same competencies as before from preschool and up, but here is added that the students should develop knowledge and attitudes that promote entrepreneurship, enterprise, and innovative thinking. We want them to be able to start to run a business, but also that these entrepreneurial and innovative skills are useful as an employee and in higher studies and of course in society. In upper secondary school, we also have entrepreneurship as a subject, which is mandatory in 4 VET programs and in 1 higher education preparatory program. But most programs have entrepreneurial competencies in the diploma goals as well.
Hello, my name is Giulio Iannis. I'm the CareersNet expert for Italy. It's very important to remember that in Italy, regions have the institutional competence and task to provide career guidance to all citizens. Following the national guidelines, schools are responsible for most of the guidance activities for students, and each school should define every year a plan of guidance activities, a document that present and describe all the guidance activities available for all students, but also for parents. So the main activities and methods following the national guidelines are career education through dedicated teaching activities in each school provided by teachers, and also career learning through learning experiences at workplaces. This is a new program recently promoted nationally by the Minister of Education. This is compulsory for all secondary schools that have to provide workshops and also work-related learning activities to all students during the last 3 years. Also, career events and visits are very important and relevant for career guidance. In Italy, these activities are in progress at the moment. The Minister of Education in 2018 shared a document, a national syllabus on entrepreneurial skills to foster the development of specific and dedicated activities, learning activities for all students.
Vocational guidance is introduced at the end of lower secondary school at the age of 15. Pupils in their final year of secondary school have a compulsory internship. This is prepared by teachers and psychologists of national education. Other activities take place as job fairs and open days at vocational schools, presentation inside the schools, etc. The Education Code allows secondary school pupils at the age of 14 or 15 and high school students to spend periods of observation in a professional environment in a company, an administration, or an association. Guidance is integrated into the framework of hours dedicated to guidance at various levels. At secondary school, 12 hours per year in the class of 4e, 8th grade, and 30 hours per year in the class of 3e, 9th grade. In general and technological high schools, 54 hours per year in general. Entrepreneurship is recognized as a cross-curricular objective at all levels of school education in France. It is integrated in various optional subjects. Several awareness-raising actions or schemes have also been set up. I will quote 3 examples. The first one is the School Business Week, and it was born out of the desire to bring the education world closer to the professional world in order to prepare young people for integration into the world of work and to encourage them to become entrepreneurs. The aim of this week is to enable secondary school students and their teachers to discover the business world through activities like visits to companies, competitions, intervention by professionals in the classroom, and meetings between teachers and company managers to encourage them and help them to better understand economic issues. For the past 9 years, in March, an awareness-raising week has been organized for young people, women, and entrepreneurship, in partnership with the Association 100 Entrepreneurs, whose aim is to promote entrepreneurial culture and success for women among young girls and boys aged from 13 to 25.